Michael! Michael! It is me, your old friend, Anthony! Tonight you will be haunted by 3 podcast ghosts, not including me, because obviously I'm just the forebringer or whatever. I don't know why they don't include me in the number. I find it awfully rude. Anyways, you should go and record a podcast with your friends before it's too late.
Okay.
Really? We're not gonna do the other things?
No, pretty good.
We're not gonna go and travel?
No, I'm good.
Well,
Move, I am the ghost of the future.
Future, don't come up yet.
I see how this movie works. It's like an hour long and I only got done.
So should we just record then?
Yes. Is that offensive? Is that like a stereotype against our culture?
Yes! It is very offensive.
I'm sorry.
You don't understand how we work.
I'm kind of a jerk.
Because thousands and thousands of years ago, ghosts.
Do you know how long this took to set up, man? Just for you to just say yes.
No, not really. I'm
I
kind of
used
a
to be
jerk.
ghost. I used to be ghost of Christmas past. That's how long it took. Now I'm the ghost of Christmas future.
Shouldn't you be beeping and bopping more?
No, I am angry now. He has unleashed the true ghost of Christmas past potential.
This isn't Christmas, it's podcast past.
That's how mad I am. This was supposed to be my Christmas fun.
It's the pre-podcast show, Halloween edition.
None of these are appropriate for the holiday coming up.
It's Easter. Woo!
When people listen to this, it could be Halloween or Christmas or Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, but I don't have a dinosaur costume.
That's when we have Richard on the show. Okay, I guess
We gotta talk about the fossil Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess we should just start the show then. Play that new theme song that we included in the last episode that's totally out by now.
Bazinga!
Welcome to the Metawhirl Podcast, episode 9. This is being recorded on March 22nd. I'm Anthony Quintero Castaneda.
I'm Alex Hofstadter.
And with us today we have our first recurring guest, friend of the show, Michael Brandon Maldonado.
Close enough.
How did you do?
Welcome back.
Welcome,
Wait a second.
Macadamia.
Wait a second, Brandon. I thought his name was Brando.
Anything's better
Orlando.
than Donald at this point.
I thought his name was Brando Orlando.
No, it's Brandon. Remember we had a thing where I posted the name of the guy from... Like he's Mr. Gen 3 in a nutshell.
Oh, his name Brandon, and I'm just like really pissed because that's the stupid name Brandon.
Stupid version Brandon. And then the guy that you hate from XD is named Michael. He has your stupid face.
That's why Nintendo has 2 fire dogs and not any water dogs, because they're just like, hey, Michael. No.
Until you realize that Sephiroth is technically a water dog thing.
That's a sea lion.
That's a sea lion.
And now it's a dog.
Apparently you haven't been to Long Beach in a while. We didn't go there then.
Now it's a dog, and no one cares.
Apparently, according to the anime, Samurott can like jump
50 million
unspecific amounts of height just to be able to use its swords, which is kind of ridiculous.
What is it, Ike?
I guess.
I could guess.
I guess.
Superman.
Well, there's the show. That's a joke. There's a joke tax going around, guys. We can't go and make too many jokes.
Yeah.
Can we do the Game Grumps thing where we talk about our editor?
Edit
that in, Barry.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about our editor. Our editor.
I'm technically the editor. Michael, Anthony's just the side guy. Technically, calling him Michael isn't too far off.
Yeah.
Well, they call him Brandon, and they call him stupid.
No, they call you stupid.
No one calls me Brandon anymore.
Nobody calls me Michael, except maybe when I'm at Starbucks and I give a fake name.
Yeah, this is pretty much what like everyone I know does now. They just give their middle name just so they don't have to give their first. Like, no one calls their middle name.
Not giving the name Beetlejuice or Betelgeuse, however you want to say it.
Petaljuice? That sounds like a pretty good Pokemon, Petaljuice.
Ew.
I don't know
what you're thinking.
It's
I
like
don't
this, it's like this grass Pokemon that's just a
No, I think
sludge.
I think Michael's thinking like Peta and like.
Oh.
No, not Petelgeuse.
Yeah. Plus, I was actually kind of thinking of like a coconut shell that's hollowed. It's just got like nasty, unspecific juice and it just has like a leaf on the inside.
Oh, speaking
No,
of
Betelgeuse.
speaking of Pokemon, since last time we recorded, we were kind of not on our game.
We got fuzzy.
Yeah. So
Hey, viewers. They were drunk. Don't tell nobody. You hear from me? They were drunk.
Yeah, we forgot that totally Mr. XY from episode 7 was completely debunked because nothing happened.
Yes, nothing happened.
Did you hear about Mr. X and Y?
No, but I did hear about how everyone on VP is completely idiot because they still believe on stupid rumors that post on VP.
Yeah, basically that was like the main dude who was posting on VP. He was like, there's gonna be a Heracross and a Pinsir baby, and that's how you'll know this is all right.
Remember that one guy called John Game Freak? My name is John Game Freak, producer and CEO of John Freak. Will confirm that the new Pokemon game will have no more, what's that word for when you're just walking across? You'll be able to walk without a grid.
Yeah.
I was more inclined to believe that.
Free walking.
Because his last name was Game Freak.
You think my uncle works for Game Freak? No, my uncle is Game Freak.
Shut up, Lewis Game Freak. Nobody believes in you.
Watch, next week, Mr. XY is actually just the nephew of John Game Freak.
But yeah, so there's no Snowmanitan and no Coco Mander and no Wu-Crane Clan.
Yeah. Great, ain't nothing.
I don't want a Kung Fu Panda Pokemon anyway. This is stupid.
You mean evolve Spindola so that way he's Pandizzy? Normal fighting?
Maybe. If they do make a Flamingo type Pokemon,
only if we get Red Fuzzy.
it has to be water flying type, and it has to be in like garden areas where they get in your way. Like it's gonna be Gen 6 Sudowoodo or Snorlax. It just has to be in your way, and you need to pour water on it.
A Flamingo?
You have to pour water on it, so it's like, oh, the Flamingo became refreshed. Flamingo attacked.
No. Clearly.
What a jerk! Oh man, I'm gonna give you some water. Oh man, that was so nice. I'm gonna wreck your day.
We've come to this conclusion before. Birds are jerks.
Yeah, they are.
But then we come to the other bit where it's not Wu Crane, it's Fu Crane.
Well, it was Fu Crane, and then I said Wu Crane.
Yeah.
Because
No. They had it as Wu Crane.
No,
I said Fu Crane because that's the one I put it because it was a combination of Kung Fu and Crane.
No,
and then I was like, oh fuck.
gonna
It
pull
has
up
the
that-
word fuck.
I'm gonna go and pull up that picture. Because I'm gonna... Oh, wait, I don't have the picture on me.
There also needs to be a gym leader where he just
No,
has a
I
bunch
remember
of those
because Fu
cranes.
Crane was the name I came up with. I'm like, wait a second. Of course they wouldn't do that because it has F-U-K in it.
I don't know, it was F-O-O Crane.
No, it was W-U-C-R-A-N-E, wasn't it?
No, it was Fu Crane, and then I made the joke Wu Crane.
Okay.
We're not gonna look it up because I don't want to look it up because I'm tired.
Okay. Instead, we shall do this.
Instead, we're-
Poison your soul. Poison your soul.
Every Pokemon that sucks is now a stupid imaginary type.
Save that picture so that way I can put it up.
Yes. This typing is clearly amazing.
So today we're apparently going to talk about fake typings that everybody hates and we don't agree with because, as we've stated before, the Metawhirl Podcast does not believe in any new typing.
Yeah.
a bunch of complete garbage.
That's a space type, guys.
No.
But space,
type has more precedent, and even then, it's still stupid.
space type is the best, isn't it, Michael? It'll be way too water.
These guys are actually 14-year-olds on DeviantArt who trace. That's why they believe in imaginary types that'll never exist.
Blind, you're not the 10-year-old on DeviantArt who's yelling through his mic.
No, I'm the 40-year-old who hates everything. Who goes on the DA chat and tells everyone to leave.
So,
Don't
okay.
believe any of them.
Leave all of us. Don't believe that guy.
We're actually a 23, a 20, and the two 20-year-olds who are talking about Pokemon on a podcast.
Two 20-year-olds. I haven't been 20 years old since 2 months ago.
Oh, right.
I haven't been 20 years old for 15 decades.
Sure. But I forgot you were 21.
I know.
I haven't been.
We should go get Crunk.
I forget every time I
Yeah.
tell myself
Yeah.
not to drink.
I haven't been 20 years old since 4 weeks later.
Yeah. Okay. So here before us is Fairy type.
Yeah.
So does it say what it's weak to and what it's strong?
No. They just presented what would change. Clefairy line, except for Cleffa, becomes Mono Fairy
Well, why doesn't it become normal fairy?
because it's just supposed to be a fairy. The other things kept normal fairy, like Blissey and Chansey.
That's stupid.
And then you had Bellossom become a fairy.
Is
Neat.
Delcatty on this list?
And then you had Ledian become Bug Fairy.
Delcatty isn't on this list?
Togepi went normal fairy to flying.
I like how
fairy.
he's not answering your question.
You'll see. Then they ruined Celebi by making it fairy grass instead of psychic grass.
Hey man, it made it so it doesn't have 8 weaknesses.
8
Implying
weaknesses. It's,
fairy type isn't going to
it's
be
a counter
weak
to
against
Breakthrough.
everything.
That's what it is.
That's all it does. Hey,
Best thing.
And the 4 fairy types gets resisted by steel and psychic, and it's weak against dark and
Gardevoir
blood.
got fucking fairy.
it's also weak against ground.
Yeah,
also weak
Gardevoir is somehow a fucking fairy
Fairies
for
don't
some
like to get
reason.
dirty.
Yeah.
Same thing with Melodic. Why is Melodic a water fairy?
So
These
that way
make
I can
sense
kill
as
it
Bug Fairy.
easily.
Water fairy on
Where are
Love
these?
Disc.
Where are these? We might have some blind people.
Illumsen, the other one, the lightning bug Pokemon.
Volbeat and Illusion.
Illumise.
Illumise, please.
Illumise.
Do we have to bring in Pokedex 3D Pro on the pronunciation of that?
No.
I think we do.
We have to start this
Illumise.
garbage. We're gonna have to start
Illumise.
pronunciation garbage this early in the podcast.
See,
Okay.
I haven't
then
had
love,
my 10 cups of.
Then Love Disc is Water Fairy. And Altaria is Dragon Fairy.
That's not gonna
And
improve it.
Fione.
That's not gonna even improve it, even if they give it Levitate.
Yeah. And Fione and Manaphy are Water Fairy.
What is that thing?
Shyman is Grass Fairy.
You know, I think I wouldn't hate fairy type so much or any other type.
Why is
Is
Grapple
if
on
they
this list?
didn't change any of the older Pokemon.
Well, changing Clefairy, I'm fine with that. Changing Clefairy and Gramble.
But fairies don't come from space.
Okay, then at least change Gramble.
Clefairies are.
Illumise.
And
The pathetic duo Pokemon because the music cannot produce Volbeat's child.
not only that, but they're not like half electric.
Yeah.
They would be so much better half electric.
Yeah, Bug Electric.
Yeah.
Bug electric. Electric Boogaloo.
Because Galvantula is totally...
Audino.
Oh, you.
Ah.
Are you?
Hey man, Galvantula is
Audino.
pretty good.
It is. I'm just saying it's not that good.
Yeah, I know. Audino gets it. Alomalola gets it.
That's not how you say it. Now I gotta pull that one out too.
And then we got Meloetta becoming fairy psychic and fairy fighting.
Pretty sure it's pronounced Alamoga. Alamoga. Forget it. I quit.
Alomalola.
Alamalola. All I know is it's a palindrome.
All I know is that it's one of my favorite 5th gen water types.
Alomamola.
I ain't
There we
afraid
go.
to say
Alomamola. Then we got
Why
this.
is it-
And then someone's saying that
Why?
Mr. X is gonna be a fucking fairy.
Why is it my favorite water type? It poisons steel types. You can't get better than poisoning steel types. Okay, it's a little obvious to see, but if you're playing against that idiot, it feels so good. It
Yeah.
feels so good to see a Registeel like, the poison! I don't even have veins!
Where the heck is Alamalola on this stupid list?
Alomalola?
I go by name.
What water type you have?
And while you're looking through that,
You
the
sack
list,
of hats?
and by looking through it, I'm gonna list off the moves that are gonna be fairy type. After you, assist, bestow,
Oh, wait,
charm,
here.
well,
How is Simple Beam
Alomamola.
confirmed for
There we
French generation?
That's
Alomamola. There.
it's the caring Pokemon.
Alamola gets an evolution in Gen
Healing
6,
Wish,
confirmed
Heal
for French
Pulse.
Pokemon.
Lovely Kiss, Lucky Chant, Lunar
Look at
Dance,
that thing.
Present, Refresh, Relic Song, Simple Beam, Soft Boil, Sweet Kiss, Teeter Dance, Tickle, and Wish.
Look at
Simple Beam does not need to be changed.
Yeah.
it literally has hands, so it can use Helping Hand. How
Ah!
helpful is that? How helpful is that? It's like the most useful dorsal fins I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's amazing.
This evolution is
happy.
amazing.
Don't read the entire fucking thread, bro.
I know. It basically concludes that people trying to say, oh, hey, it's totally possible for it to happen. And the other people are like, they're not going to go and change that many Pokemon because it's gonna ruin Pokemon balance.
Maybe in Digimon, because that stuff's already garbage as it is.
So why isn't Granbull on this list?
Because people are idiots and don't realize that Granbull is the fairy Pokemon.
But it's so butt ugly. Why would you want a ugly ass fairy?
It's the other thing people brought up is why isn't Mischievous on this list?
Yeah.
Because
It's a
Mischievous.
witch. It's a witch.
Well, no. It's based off of a Banshee.
It's a witch.
But it pulls hair. Dude, fairy has to be like...
No. Because people are like, no, it doesn't say the fairy isn't actually fairy. The fairy is fae, and that covers things like banshees and all that other stuff.
Oh.
It isn't nice. This isn't your nice little fairy stuff.
Then why isn't Granbull there?
Yeah.
Everyone loves Granbull.
Why is it Magnemite
And then
there?
people keep.
Why isn't everything with 3 heads there?
Yeah, it's like something that someone's like, you're gonna have you're gonna have a huge too few of this type of Pokemon.
Why?
If you don't change previous Pokemon, or you're gonna have to change the metagame so much. And then someone's like, well, why would I do either of those when it'd just be easier not to do either of those?
Well, yeah, just don't make new types.
Exactly.
I predict...
Friends don't let friends make new types.
Unless it's space.
I predict
Nope.
the most jerkiest thing, but I'm gonna say this now. I am more
Fennekin is gonna be firefighting.
No, I am more willing to believe that Flareon will get Flare Blitz before we get any new typing.
Oh.
I am going to go
Do you
there.
want to put money on that?
I'm going to, if I had any sorts of money or blood.
But
I would do that.
But dude, don't you know the truth? No one would win that bet because neither will happen.
That's why I said it. That's what I said. Flareon's more likely to get that before any new typing.
Yeah.
Fucking Dodrio might get Flare Blitz. Then it's gonna just go OU after that because it's like,
Ha! Steel types!
Yeah. and then we all know the secret is going to be that Mr. Sylveon's going to be fighting type because those flesh bows are actually flesh fists.
those are obviously Flefcopters.
They're flesh fists, so he can go and smack you without having to be a.
I still think they're tentacles.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it's a
they're
normal type
fisticles.
with tentacles that go in like.
My ribbons are my flesh.
No, wait a
It wraps
second.
around you and pets you.
If it doesn't learn Wrap, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
What if it
Or
learns-
Constrict.
Okay.
Or Whirlpool.
What if it learns Power Whip?
Wait a second. Why is it not dark type then? Flesh bows of horror.
There's some scary Pokemon.
It's obviously.
Just because a Pokemon's scary doesn't mean that it should be dark type. I mean, look at Galvantula.
I know. I know.
It's creepy.
But Galvantula.
Look at freaking.
But it's just like
in the anime, it's pretty creepy because it comes out of like a tree hollow. It's
yeah, Galvantula just can't really take a third typing, and Kavagrikus is a ghost. Ghosts can be scary too. You know what should have been dark?
What?
Luxray.
That would have been cool.
There we go.
Oh, what's wrong?
There we go. It's like everybody's conversation. Why isn't Luxray have dark? It looks so cool. Either way, it's still garbage. Even though I do, I do like Luxray. I think it's cool. Guts ability was a nice thing for it. It's still garbage because it's still an NU.
No, it could carry like it or not. It would carry you through runs. It's just getting dark would actually give you another decent stab.
Yeah, because it would totally be useful in an OU full of like 20% fighting time.
It wouldn't be OU, but still, anything you can give to an NU Pokemon.
I just
better than
realized
nothing.
something.
What?
Luxray and Ampharos are basically the same Pokemon.
Yeah.
Think about it. They both come out in gens that are even number gens. They're like introduced really early on, and everybody has them on their effing teams.
Yeah.
Does Luxray get Intimidate? I know it has Rival.
He has Intimidate and Rival. I always run a rivalry because I'm stupid.
Yeah. Intimidate was great on him because he can just intimidate the shit out of stuff. And it's like him and my Infernape. Level 80 Infernape and level 60 that go and beating up the Elite Four.
I think what they should have gave it was Motor Drive.
Yeah, that would have worked.
That would, because its attack isn't bad. It's just lacking in the speed department.
Yeah, it's fucking electric and it's missing speed.
That's all it's really missing.
No, but actually, it's kind of like a thing I kind of hate about Gen 2 and 4. The fact that that everybody uses the same two electric types.
Well, that's because everything had such low occurrence rates. It's like, if you wanted a fucking fire type, you'd better go grab an Infernape.
To be fair, though,
hope to God you got a Rapidash.
If they didn't put Mareweep so early in the game, the only other electric type would probably be Pikachu, and they're probably not going to give you that in Gen 2.
No, they give it to you at the very end. And,
Magnemite doesn't show up until,
I would say post...
before Whitney.
No, I would say post Whitney.
Yeah.
No. You know, like Whitney, her house.
Yeah, basically they give you
to the left. You know, when you see that little Moo Moo farm, it's in that
Yeah, but in order to get there, you have to go and water the Citadel.
Yeah. They give you Mareep. They give you Mareep early, so that way you can go and deal with Falcon.
Yeah,
but
if
they
you
also
were smart enough, you would do that.
But if you were smart enough, you would pick up a Geodude.
But it takes a while. It takes a while for you to learn the first electric attack.
Yeah,
So
it's like it's like
you get Geodude
right
out the gate.
Yeah, in the Slowpoke kit, right?
No, you get him off the first effing route.
He was in the middle of a grass in a route.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
So on the first route, you go to a little house.
Yeah.
And you go into the little house, and you go into another route that connects to the final route. It's where the final route connects to the first route. And in that small patch of grass, you can catch a Geodude.
Okay, so it's the base of Silver Mountain.
Yes.
Not
the base of Silver Mountain, but it's based off. It's the base of that.
It's from where Claire is down to where the first place is.
Yeah. It's pretty much okay. So it's the base of the Ice Path.
No. Yeah, Ice Path is. The base of the Ice Path is where Mahogany Town is.
Yeah. Isn't it the big? No.
I mean, because you're going up a mountain. The further north you're going from where you are to start. What I'm saying is that by base, I mean the lowest point. It's the edge of a mountain.
Either way, yes, that's the area, and then you can also catch Phanpy there in Crystal.
Yeah.
And that's where you get a Geodude there, and if you go and trade something, you get an Onix also.
Can you get Phanpy in Heart Gold?
I think you might get him in Heart
45 Gold. Attack Onix? Sounds great.
Not gonna lie, I feel really shitty that after playing Heart Gold or Soul Silver or whatever, I've never picked up a Phanpy, even though I think it's maybe one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon.
You mean it's the best Gen 2 Pokemon?
Yeah. I could say that because I have a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon that are my favorite, even though I think Gen 2 is a nasty husk of that gen. But
I can't even remember what I used in my first in my only Gen 2 run.
Actually, speaking of Gen 2, give me back my Silver game, and I'm going to put up a new Ballerina and you can play it.
Oh, yeah.
I know where your freaking
it's probably in my
game is.
It's probably where my right drawer is. It's probably somewhere there.
I keep it right above my bed.
I don't really. The only problem is with that idea is that I really don't want to play it because
You don't want to play a
once
terrible
It was
generation.
like, remember when Black and White first came out
Uh-huh.
and we were like really addicted to YouTube videos?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, now that everyone's playing Black and White, I can't go back to hard gold sprites because it's just not the same. Pretty much feel the same way about.
No, you can go and make fun of like how Tyranitar looks with his stupid neck.
I
Going
was
and
having a
playing,
stupid run. I guess.
going and playing Gen 2 anyway at all.
Well, you never played it. That's why.
Now playing Gen 3 for the 10th time. 2013.
Yeah, with the super bright colored sights and sea trumpets, which are amazing.
One of these days, I think that like our 10th episode, we'll just have that in the background 24 hours.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Just sea trumpets the entire time.
As we go and we kick the stuffed seat of a Brian doll.
Actually, no, it would be kind of neat if they actually made a post-Gen 3 game, but it'd be like Sapphire 2, Ruby 2, but like in Sapphire 2, Team Aqua's plan to actually get away with it, so you have like more ocean and less. No, hear me out. There's more ocean, but there's more exotic Pokemon that came because of it. Wait, and then in Ruby, there's more land.
Okay,
Because of
more
Groudon.
Okay.
I was gonna say, am I gonna have to go and choke him out?
What happens? Then what happens in the Emerald?
I know I probably should have said the Groudon thing first, because that would have like lead people into it.
Still,
but-
more surf.
Yeah. More surf.
You just give yourself
Hey,
earlier then.
Guess what? More surf. You know what's gonna happen there?
You're gonna have to buy more repels, and the price of repels is gonna go up.
No. You're gonna go into a store, and Ruby 2 is gonna be $60, and Sapphire 2 is gonna be like $5.
Good for me.
Michael has
Can't beat them prices.
Michael's like swimming in the pool of Sapphire 2.
They call you, Anthony, my room's full of sapphires. I'm rich, and you come, and I'm just like swimming in a bunch of cartridges.
You're like the Scrooge McDuck of
Sapphire 2.
Sapphire 2.
And then I go up to you, and I'm like, oh, these have Swampert in it.
And then it turns out that like 40 years later, because nobody bought Sapphire 2, that's the rare one.
Yeah.
And it's like worth millions, and because you opened up every package, they're worth nothing. Oh, I have another Swampert. Fisty McGifford. Why would anyone nickname it that?
Because it learns Hammer Arm.
I did my first Swampert
Mr.
tidal
Gifford.
wave when I was like 12 years old. And guess what move it was?
What?
It was surf. It was great.
you.
And then if you couldn't take it out of surf, it was Earthquake. That was the best
Surfquake.
Swampert ever. It was Surfquake and Swampert. And it had
That's what
Blizzard.
we need. That's the move we need. We need Surfquake.
Basically, that Swampert was like, what can I hit your entire team with by myself?
Yeah. No. That's it. Surfquake. That's the move we need. Hits everyone. Counts as both a water and a ground type move. Base power 100. Accuracy 100.
I don't even remember what it
If
was.
Swampert uses it, all its stats go up by 1.
It gets ancient power.
Here we go.
I bet how many ancient power builds have you built on Swampert now?
1,000 and negative.
1,000 and negative teen.
No.
Now we gotta talk about this shocking
Avalanche
news.
curse.
What? No, I just pulled out just because I wanted to go and read it later. I ain't even go. This isn't even important. I don't even want this on our show. Let's not talk about this.
This is shocking news. Someone has to know. Everyone has to know about this, though.
the
I
fact that
already
there
made
was.
this joke in another comic like 2010.
Yes,
Yeah.
2010 by Jumpman. Shocking case of Poke Love. That's the last bath I'll take with my Tentacool.
Okay.
I guess though I think we
save
can talk
it so I have to go and put up the picture.
Yes.
The only thing that's worth talking about that is why the Americans thought it was okay to translate that.
Yeah,
That
entirely.
is the only thing worth talking about. in that
Yeah. They
picture.
reduce everyone's breath sizes, but they leave that in.
But that's not the Electric Tail Pikachu. That's Red.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Pokemon Adventures. You dongle deuce. You know nothing of the mangas.
No, I do not.
I
Well,
do.
I know Zap Multicuno.
I can tell you that the Heart Gold series is garbage.
Oh.
But no, I didn't really read it, but I couldn't get into it basically because Gold was like, Pokemon, why would I do that when there's all these beautiful women? I was just like,
I was like, why?
Why is that not the logic in Gen 5?
Yeah.
There was actually a comic joke where like you see Red and he's like looking at all the trainers after him. And this is before Gen 5. You just see like Gold going after women, and you see like Ruby and he's being really flamboyant. That's the nicest way I can put that.
Blatantly homosexual.
And then you see Diamond and Pearl, and they're just like, one's eating and the other one's just like, "Grr!" And the red one's just like, am I the only one who cares about Pokemon in this entire franchise? Like, I'm the only one who cares about gyms now?
Kind of.
Yeah.
No, Diamond and Pearl was pretty magical just because
Diamond and Pearl is a beautiful work of art.
Just because it's the magical adventures of Anthony and Michael and some random chick.
Some random chick, yeah. But the friendship in that series is so great that there's a point where they have to be separated to save the 3 lakes. And they're like, oh man, our Pokedex is no longer beat together every morning like they used to. There was a point where they missed that, and that was just like really significant in friendship. Also, then Ruby and Sapphire kind of did this like love thing between May and Brendan. Even though the only thing I hated about that ending was like, oh no, some person died in the manga. I better use my best Pokemon that I never talked about until right now. Go Cerebi! Control girls! Control every time reference here! And then every time reference. Every time.
Dude.
No!
It jumps in a fucking DeLorean.
And then,
and then they drive the DeLorean into what? The Super Hoop Vendor Lock?
and then they
They put a Chaos Emerald into the DeLorean's flux capacitor and drive it into the TARDIS that goes.
yeah, but they basically saved.
That
from
transforms
Village
into the bus.
From Magic School Bus.
Yes,
And then
they
it's-
drive into the Crystal Fire Gate from
And then
Ben 10.
And then they go and hit the Wayback Machine.
They basically did that, and then they saved the day. The only foreshadowing that he had a time Pokemon was when he was on Mirage Island, because they're like, oh, Mirage Island, time stays still. But like Brandon was like perfectly okay, because I guess it's because he had a time Pokemon on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up with that? Why are we talking about Fairy type? Obviously confirmed for time type.
No.
Dude, this Metawhirl Podcast is now conferring for time type.
Yep, I am 100% solid in time type. Sigilyph will now become flying time.
Dude.
And then it would reverse time to reheal health.
Offsetter. Think about it. If we have time Pokemon, that means clock Pokemon. That means another steel type.
Oh yes.
You know you want time steel.
Hey, that means that would mean clean
All
time
right,
would become time type.
All right.
'Cause it'd be like-
We'll support time type. If you renounce the Banana Man.
Oh heck that. Wait, we should go and write the contract. We should go and take a break. I need to write this contract and then rip it up and then laminate it, then rip it up again.
Even before water, time is the most OP type of.
I'm just saying
Well,
that
and
time
now-
is probably gonna be.
And Dialga gets a new typing. But then if we have to bring in time type, we have to bring in space type because of all the faggots.
Yeah.
But it won't actually be outer space. It'll just be a.
It should make it space time. It is
Yeah.
space time. Just make it space
That's
time.
why no. That's why
Wait,
we're
so you're
conversing
saying
against-
it's time for space?
no.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shoot engine.
No!
Now you're a fire type.
Income Homestar reference. Entity. Alex, I've got bad news. We're in space.
Let's get the break.
No, yeah. We don't need to go back to old episodes.
Implying I watched this shit.
welcome back to the show. No.
No, you're supposed to say, Michael is a dinosaur.
Michael's not done. Apparently Michael, well, breaking news at this hour, guest of the Metawhirl Podcast turns out to be Dinosaur.
Yes. You
I
didn't
flew
realize
in.
this before?
I flew in with a pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls!
No, not. Well, I'm sorry for your plight. I didn't realize you lived with a bunch of disabled dinosaurs.
Did we ever explain that joke, or should we explain
I guess
that
we
joke?
should. Okay, you tell the story.
Basically a pterodactyls is just me saying the P in front of pterodactyl, but like the joke is that it's a pair, as in two pterodactyls, so it's
Yeah.
pterodactyls.
And then I went on to go and say that it's actually a paralyzed pterodactyl.
Yeah.
In a wheelchair. It's a pterodactyl in a wheelchair.
Yeah, we can totally sell that because it's not copyrighted. So I think it happened either today or recently. The new Mystery Dungeon game just had a demo release, and I played a little bit of it. I played up to like the first save point, and I already have like some things to talk about.
Every deviant artist's favorite Pokemon spin-off game.
Yeah, I thought that was
That was
Or
Rangers.
Yeah, we're Rangers.
No, Rangers.
Michael, that's Michael's
Unsung
favorite.
hero, yeah.
So it's the same plot, you know, you're a human, there's a problem going on in Magic Pokemon Land, you're a Pokemon now you're gonna go and beat up the guy, you have a partner. Except for, this time they stopped that whole bullshit that, like, every time you go into one of the game, you have to go and fill out this personality chart, and it's like, based on your personality, you're most likely a Pikachu. I don't want to be a Pikachu. Soft reset. Based on your personality, you're a Mudkip. Oh, I'm not Michael. Soft reset.
Okay. See, the problem with that system is that there is no guaranteed way. There is a chart on what questions to answer to get what Pokemon you want, but they don't ask you the same questions.
Yeah, they randomize the questions.
So yeah, this is still I remember I tried 20 times just to get Mudkip, and at the end I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get whatever I get with whatever I get.
And then
I
you
got
got
Mudkip, and I was like, I'm gonna throw this thing across the cliff if I didn't want to play it so bad.
Yeah, and so this game, they simplify it, and they just say, okay, what the heck do you want to be? They just like show you a list. It's like, what do you want to be, kid? and so I was like, well, sadly, you can't be a Sharpedo.
I'm going to be a Jirachi. Whoosh! No tables.
The only things that you can be is the Unova starters, a Pikachu, and an Axew. So I was like, you know what? I'll just be Axew. You know, having 2 weaknesses, and that's pretty fine. Then I hit the floor, story starts, and then your partner comes up, and it's like, his face is blurry. What is it? And usually they actually just let you go and pick whatever the heck you want as your partner, just because they know that they don't want you to fill out some more questions.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so who's my partner? Maybe it'll be a Dawn fan or something. That'd be kind of cool. And then it's just whoever you didn't pick is your partner.
I mean, whoever you didn't pick.
They go and show another. They show the same list. It's just
Yeah.
whoever you didn't pick, you have to pick
Yeah.
now.
I think they did that for a lot of the games, though.
Yeah.
I think it was just the first one where they gave you like a list of other Pokemon you couldn't pick originally. So I
Yeah.
remember the first one was like you had a chance of being a Machop. And
Yeah.
Machop's
Yeah.
like really just out there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's kind of weird that. It was just kind of weird because, like, the problem I had was that you only have 5 choices.
Yeah.
In the other games, you have, like, way more choices. Like, at least, I want to say, like, 10, maybe 12 choices as to, like, what you can be and
It was
what
a
your
good
partner...
chunk. Good chunk.
Yeah, it was a nice, diverse chunk of things that you wouldn't even think could be starters.
At some point it was all. I think at some point maybe it was like all the starters up until that gen, and then just a couple of like random ones.
Yeah. Like, you can have, like, a Meowth on your team. It was, like, kind of cool. So now I'm just, like, walking around as an Axew and Oshawott team. And it's kind of cool because, you know, Oshawott, it works with the kooky best friend personality. I think he was perfect for that.
Yeah, he is.
So, then, like, the new hub for the combat just kind of feels the same. The only problem I just have is it's just the game in general. I forgot how just kind of boring it is.
It's tile-based. It's tile-based, turn-based strategy thing.
No, it's not really turn-based.
It kind of is.
It is. It's tile turn-based.
It's tile turn based. You know, maybe picking Axew is the best idea because if you have a Pokemon who's like really bad with special attack,
Yeah.
you're kind of gonna have a difficult time. Mostly because you have that default tackle,
Yeah,
which
which-
you're gonna have to use for the longest time.
Yeah, which sucks. That's something I
Yeah.
really hate about the series. They don't up the PP, so I'm guessing they're
Yeah.
just saying that your 4 main moves are like your special moves,
Yeah,
which I always just never really felt right with me.
it doesn't.
Yeah, though I really don't like that they limit you to the starters and that. It's like, I really feel that they should let you choose between more, too.
Yeah, it should be, like I said, like at least
Like 2 of each type.
yeah, that would have been kind of alright.
And then they also have the rocks and the sticks, and those are okay.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they don't always work. Plus, they're like, there's so little of it at times. You're just like, do I really want to use this now, or can I use this later?
Yeah.
It's really.
It's a really weird game. Not only that, but what was my thing just saying about this reviews of this game? Oh, the good. Well, looking at more of the positive side, the game looks great. Sounds great. It has like the little emoticon things, which everybody loves. And if you play the demo and you decide that, hey, maybe this is the thing I like, and maybe this is something I want to play more, you can. The demo's data will actually go to the actual game, which is really cool.
Yeah, isn't that what they've been doing more recently with those types of games?
Oh, I'm guessing. Which I actually really do. I like that idea because it gives you like a head start for playing the demo.
Well, it gives you a reason to bother playing the demo.
Yeah, it gives you a worthwhile reason. Though if I like the idea. Though it makes me almost feel like with just only 5, it makes me feel like there should be like. It feels like the demo is like holding back something.
My advice for that game is that make sure you never attack an enemy if your partner's right in front of you, because you will attack your partner.
Yeah,
And your partner dies, mission over. That's why I never use Earthquake. Earthquake is an awesome move in that game, but there's so many times where you'll end up just killing your partner. Also, if you do...
You gotta go in alone.
yeah.
This is advice for anyone who hasn't picked up the series. I don't know if they fixed this yet, but if you, let's say you get a new partner while you're in the dungeon, you make sure you go to the option settings and you switch to don't use any items. Because that thing is the weakest thing on your team as of the moment it joins, and will use all your revival seeds right before the boss fight, and you're just like, well, what do I do? I got nothing to come back to life. This is over.
Yeah.
So the game has a lot of problems, and I understand why people like it because there's a big RP aspect to it. It's just
Like I couldn't imagine that like being in an RP group for Mystery Dungeon would be really fun. It's a lot easier to make than like a Poke Palace.
yeah, I just think they really need to kind of fix some of the aspects they kind of
Mechanical
overlooked.
issues.
I don't know if they got rid of the hunger issue. I heard that's a rumor that they might have. If so, that's good on them, because I remember playing the first one. I got so tired of like, oh, I'm getting hungry, I better go eat. And then I accidentally step on a sticky trap, which is a trap that randomly sets off stickiness onto your items, and then you can't use that item for the rest of the dungeon. So more often or not, it'll be on something vital like food, and you just feel like I hate this game. It's just like you want to throw it across.
Yeah, I feel like
The
it's
hugest
a
chasm in the world.
tactics game done wrong in a lot of ways.
And this is actually an item that cleanses the gunk.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the biggest mud in your face when that item gets gunk on it. You're just like, you had one job, and you couldn't do it.
You would expect the gunk remover would be gunk proof.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever fixed that.
And then
but
there's
it's just-
gunk remover.
Maybe Muck should be like, I could just take the gunk right off.
Yeah,
Whoa,
dude.
this gunk I'm actually made of it.
No, dude. Poison types are either A, able to use items with gunk on them, or B, able to remove gunk from items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool, but you know, I talk about that stuff when we're not even gonna.
Yeah.
Why you say that stuff when like that never is gonna happen?
Because that's stuff that could actually benefit, unlike extra typings.
Yeah.
You know,
And hey, it would make poison types more useful.
Yeah.
I told you, I showed you that one video about that one stupid guy who said that poison was the best type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I watched that video and you meant it more as was his favorite type.
Still stupid typing.
Yeah, it's terrible typing.
Like,
People don't seem to understand this.
Like I love. Okay, so the dude hates like ground. He's like ground is like his third worst type. So I was just like, oh, I'm thoroughly annoyed at you. And he's like, ground is really offensive, but earthquake sucks. And I'm like, we can never be friends. Ground goes and kills the most Pokemon, but my favorite typing is poison, which only kills one type.
Yeah,
That's really a minor death.
Poison suffers from ice syndrome. It's got really good moves.
no,
Toxic.
No,
Only
it doesn't
good
have.
move.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't have really good moves. It has really good status condition.
yeah,
and
it's
nothing
just-
else.
Its typing is horrible.
It's typing
Do
is
I-
all right on the
Do
defensive.
you
end.
ever see me running a Crobat with stab poison moves? Never.
It's a terrible. No, it's the reverse of the Ice Quandary. It's got good defensive typings,
Yeah.
terrible offensive typing,
Yeah.
and it's only that's the thing is that you're only really tossing poison on things that have, and then it needs a secondary typing to make up for that,
The
like
only-
fucking
yeah.
Toxicroak.
The only good poison moves there are is like Gunk Shot, which has cruddy accuracy, and it's kind
No,
of.
I would say Sludge Wave is a better move.
Sludge Wave is
Yeah.
a better move. I am gonna argue Poison Fang is a great move.
Well, yeah,
Also
that's-
because I'm Crobat biased, but it is the only toxic attack that does
Yeah,
badly
damage.
toxic damage.
Yeah,
So I think maybe a Crobat with that move. And like,
yeah.
I think there needs to be more badly poisoned moves, so that way.
There needs
Yeah.
to be more ice.
There just
freezing
needs to be
moves
more
that
super
aren't
effective-
10%.
No,
Yeah.
10% freezing is good.
Yeah.
Okay, then they need to fix the ice mechanic to like at least one turn. Because I've had enough battles where Pokemon defrost the same turn they're unfrozen. They become frozen.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Yeah.
At least like sleep gives you that one turn.
Yeah, at least that one turn. Freeze seems kind of like, why even bother?
Yeah, it's like such a it's that magical unicorn that you always seek, and then when
Yeah.
it happens,
And when you touch it, it's just a cardboard cutout.
until you put on a Pokemon with Serene Grace.
yeah. Though every time I remember, every time I get freeze hacks on like online or Pokemon,
They'd
like-
immediately defrost.
No. I always apologize. That is
Yeah.
the first thing I always do. I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Because that's the one thing I always hate, when they just shoot a random ice beam, I'm trying to tank it, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one guy got really mad at me in a battle. He's like, "You won because of hacks?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You froze me, you jerk." And I was like, "Yeah, because I totally did that intentionally."
Yeah. Because you totally put the freeze instantly button on.
Yeah.
I turned Ice Beam to extra cold.
I went and turned the thermostat down to you gotta get frozen.
I don't even run ice attacks that do freeze damage.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I don't
You
run
run
Ice
Ice
Beam.
Beam?
I don't run Ice Beam for super effectiveness. I run it for freeze.
What I mean is, I don't really run ice attacks that even freeze people.
Yeah, you
I
run
only
Icy
usually-
Wind.
Besides ice beam?
Only ice moves I almost always run is like Ice Shard or Avalanche, because no one ever
yeah.
sees Avalanche coming.
Yeah, you...
Avalanche, best ice move, 2014 president.
So we hear that the only reason you get strong is because you get hit.
How do
This
you
is-
feel about the falling economy, Avalanche? I think it's dropping at a drastic rate.
Just
Why are you attacking me? Ah! Sir, you don't have to attack us with your 140 attack. I'm just saying.
Yeah, what are you, some kind of dark type?
No, that's not dirty.
One of these
fighting.
days, I'm gonna have a battle, and I'm gonna have like Architops,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, it's just Architops, I'll just take it out really fast, and I'll be like, Flying Gem, Adamants, Acrobats, and then I'll just be like, ah, and like entire team just gets obliterated.
Yeah. Yeah, my other favorite, it's like, the other thing that I think, it's like, let's just make poison super effective against water. There we go. Relevance.
No. I honestly, I think it should be poison. It should be strong against normal.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because like if a normal person gets poisoned,
No.
it dies.
No, we don't weaken normal anymore.
normal's all right as it is.
It's all right, but we don't need to make it worse.
I think there just needs to be a Pokemon who's weak.
Plus,
to
that's
types.
not going to make poison more relevant.
Yeah,
make
well.
it super effective against water because water only has 2 weaknesses. Make it super effective against fighting.
But that's
Fighting
what makes
can
water
afford
types so
another
good.
weakness.
That's what makes water types so good. You don't want to do that because then Pokemon will be for it.
yeah, and then,
I'm not being water biased, but that's garbage.
I mean-
But it's three weaknesses isn't going to be as much of a difference as 2 weaknesses. It's that, and then probably toss against, because grass, bug, fighting, water.
Even I would argue that water types, if there was ever going to be a third weakness, it would be flying, because birds eat fish. But even then, I'm still saying that's a stupid idea. So
I don't like that water has so few weaknesses. So few weaknesses, and then it's got.
Well, then look at Dragon. Dragon only has 2 weaknesses.
I don't like that either. I don't like that either. I want it to have steel as a weakness.
Yeah, I know. It should have steel as a weakness. I'll agree with you on that.
What?
Yeah.
Water types?
No, Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it needs. I don't think a Pokemon should have a Pokemon that has decent. It's like Dragon at least only has 1 super effectiveness. Yes, while Water has rock, ground, fire.
But the thing about Poison is it also has all those resistances. It's an amazing, like you said earlier, it's an amazing defensive type.
It just needs 1 more super effectiveness. I mean, look at fucking Steel. Steel has 2.
But it's not. But nobody uses.
I don't think we need to focus on.
No. But you get what I'm saying,
weaknesses. Right? I think we need to focus on types that have too many weaknesses.
Yeah, honestly, I think that.
But yeah, we need to remove. Honestly, I think the peak is having 3. Is that you should have about 3 weaknesses.
Well, with
ice and grass have too much.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Ice
type has
way
too many.
Much.
I don't think you should exceed 4, maybe 5 weaknesses.
Well, I say just you have to balance it depending on how many weaknesses you have, how many things that you resist, how many things that you're super effective against. It should be this nice little balance.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that there should be a number where you can't exceed. And just because it hurts you too much. It's like ice shouldn't have 6 weaknesses.
I think ice should be resistant to water, actually.
Yeah.
I don't see why it doesn't.
Sometimes I'm like, my brain is just really retarded, and I'm like, man, why isn't ice weak to water? Because you ever go into your sink and you have a bunch of ice in your sink, and you're just like, fuck you, ice. It's like, that's the best.
That's just like a temperature thing, though. I don't know.
Scald should be super effective against ice.
Just like that one move that does super effective damage to ice. I don't know. I think ice should resist something like maybe grass, because I don't know if grass can actually absorb water from ice.
No, it can't.
I don't know. It just needs to resist something more than ice. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, because I mean, ice. What's ice super effective against? Dragon, grass.
Let's look it up. Do going on the internet.
And before not vegan.
Yeah.
I am a sponsor of Vegan Co. I, Michael John Game Freak of Vegan, say to use vegan and not Cerebi.
Ice Ranger.
Because Cerebi confirms garbage. No, but
Bibbidi Bob, did you see that one picture of that one like fat chick dressed as a Cerebi and like she has a magic wand and the
thing says Bibbidi Boppity confirmed?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I think I might.
Here we go. Up here.
Oh right.
There's 2 onwards. 4 super effectives. 4 things resist it.
Yeah.
Only 1 resistance, and it's itself.
Yep.
And 4 things are it's weak against.
I think it should be resistant to question type. It's no longer existent.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It has 4 beneficial super effective on the offense, but then it's not very effective against 4 types. Then you have that 1 versus these 4. It's like it's 8 to 5 harmful to beneficial.
Maybe flying type should resist. I mean, maybe ice type should resist flying. You ever see a bird attack a glacier? Macro logic. Da 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 da.
Maybe flying shouldn't be very effective against anything but grass. I believe anything that flying isn't super effective against, it should not be very effective against it. Because have you ever seen a bird attack something that isn't one of those typings?
Well,
clearly.
You ever seen an eagle go and attack a kung fu master? Just like the fighting guy's like, I can't punch it.
Well, yeah, like you play like Ninja Gaiden, and you know what's the most dangerous enemy in that game? Freaking eagles. That
basically anything that is birds should be not very effective against anything that isn't bug fighting or grass. Because have you ever seen a bird attack anything that isn't bug fighting or grass?
Hey man, I could see like a eagle flying down and like beating the crap out of
A fish?
dragon or a fish.
Wait,
or
where's the logic of why grass is weak to flying?
a mole?
I feel like I know it, I just don't.
Birds eat grass.
Birds like tear up berries and shit.
Yeah, birds eat
Oh,
seeds.
so grass
Birds-
types are weak to flying types because hawks are like, "Ah!" and they pick up twigs for their nest.
Yeah, they're like, hey man, that
pick
was
up-
my arm. Why would you take that?
They pick up arms,
Oh,
they eat
man.
grass, they
And
eat
then like
seeds.
it goes to its work, and it's like, sir, you can't draw. You're an architect, but I can draw with my left hand, guys. No, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. Or
No,
like,
no, we're
and then
not
he tries to
chicken.
go to the bar,
No, we're
and
not
he-
chicken references.
And then he tries to play the piano with his one twig arm. He's like, I can't play the piano, guys.
Gen 6 confirmed for twig arm Pokemon to have its arm pulled off.
What was that? It was like, what was the pseudo Wudo of evolution we saw like a couple weeks ago? That was like part fighting.
The pseudo Wudo evolution. There's this. Someone made that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was like, what was it
Yeah.
called? What was it called?
Pseudo-Rai.
Pseudo-Rai?
Yeah. Do you even lift, bro?
I think Pseudo Wudo is already an awesome Pokemon by itself, but that's just because it's got like all these
Yeah.
hammer moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, he should evolve into some type of crustacean thing. So that way he can get Crab Hammer. Just have run in a mono hammer run.
Just give him Grab Hammer. Just do it, man. Just do
Yeah,
it.
also give Crab Hammer the ability to flinch, so that way Kingler's not so useless.
They should.
Oh man.
I don't understand why Waterfall has a flinching thing. I don't even know how long that's been there. I feel like I didn't know about it until like Gen 5.
I want to say it's Gen 4. Check that. Check that right now.
Which thing?
Waterfall.
Waterfall,
Why don't you
flinch.
listen to
Waterfall? Waterfall is like Gen 3.
No, I mean
No,
like
the flinch.
flinching. I don't
Oh.
feel like
Listen to. What are you doing?
I don't think
Where have you been?
I don't think flinching was added when it first came out.
Why are you going and not listening to us?
Well, it's been around since Generation 1.
Yeah, it was
I think
Goldine's
it's-
signature move.
Gen 6 confirmed
1
for
through
its
3.
range attack.
Yeah, Gen
move.
4. It got introduced. 20% chance of causing target to flinch.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like 10%.
And Generation 1, it just was only...
Serene Grace. Dunk.
Serene
Dunk.
Grace.
Dunk. We'll do
Serene Grace solves all of my problems.
See, told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Crab Hammer should have like at least 30% of flinching.
Yeah, Crab Hammer definitely should. It's
Even though Kingler is like one of the slowest water
Stop reading
Pokemon
that,
ever.
Hofstetter.
Okay, I'll stop.
You're apparently not listening to the show.
I know. Fucking DuckTales. Woohoo.
Yeah, we just found out today that there's a DuckTales remake, and
I'm so ecstatic.
Ecstatic.
I'm just ecstatic because minecart levels. You know, Mystery Dungeon would be a 1,000% better if it had minecart levels.
I don't know how that's supposed to mechanically work.
It just does. You just get in the minecart and you just jump from track to track and you fight Pokemon.
But this isn't a
and-
platformer.
But Anthony, if they make minecart levels, they're gonna have to make underwater levels, and everyone's gonna be like, "I hate those underwater levels."
They were already underwater
I could never
levels.
swim fast enough for the stupid fish to not hit me.
But Anthony, Michael, there's already underwater levels.
I mean, like Super Mario levels that everyone bitches about. I'm just like, I'm okay
God.
with these.
And then the fucking eel comes out of nowhere and haunts your dreams.
I am here.
You remember that eel from Super Mario 64?
No, I don't remember that eel from Super Mario 64.
Yeah, it's because your childhood blocked it.
Remember those ills from Majora's Mask? Because your mind blocked that too.
I didn't have that game.
You didn't have that game?
No.
Oh, he
Just
did.
think about the water temple.
Okay, I'm imagining a water temple. Now what?
Just picture that there's this eel that moves faster than you, and it's like 8,000 times bigger than you.
Even when you have the iron boots on,
Yeah.
I mean, you sink pretty fast.
Yes. No, it comes out of the side of the wall.
Did you ever play Majora's Mask?
There's a hole in the wall.
No.
No.
There's a hole in the wall, and it's at an angle you can't see it. And as you walk up,
Because in Majora's Mask, there's actually a part of the game where you have to go into an entire like, what's the correct
Yeah.
term? Like not
Cavern or
It's like a giant cavern, but like it's where all the eels live, and you have to like trick them out of getting out of their hole so you can grab the item that's inside. I think you can kill them, but it's kind of difficult because
Yeah.
you
should be able to kill them with iron
You have
boots.
to correct the timing with the.
No, you have to go and like use your flesh boomerangs to kill them.
Yeah, but they're either way, they're just like giant eels that are like the size of maybe elephants, and they're just like.
I don't know what's up with Nintendo and giant motherfucking eagles.
I feel like that
Eagles?
that reference
Eagles.
for 64 though.
Yeah.
Oh, they're Japanese, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan 77 would be crying at that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
would
know who that is?
No, I don't.
so would Northern Lion.
Command and Conquer.
Oh, these jellyfish! No.
Jordan 77 and Northern Lion are these YouTubers that Michael and I kind of like. I don't really watch Jordan 77 anymore.
During 2007, if you want to watch the best Beautiful Joe Let's Play ever, if you really love Beautiful Joe and for whatever reason you can't play it,
Yeah.
you go watch his videos. It's the closest thing you'll get to playing the game. And then,
Did he actually do that punch thing?
yeah,
Punch thing?
it's just
Did he
because
do the punch thing?
he puts so much emotion to it. He's like, yeah, this is the best feeling in the world. Oh, I'm punching this guy in the face.
And it just feels so right as he's like punching them and stuff. And like throughout his Let's Play career, like he had like a crap ton of technical difficulties and things were delayed all the time. And it was just always so nice to just see him update and stuff.
But then he got so slow. And then you got Jan Train.
No. Now he's just kind of doing a bunch of Sony stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't really care.
Yeah.
No one cares about Sony.
And if you're interested, Northern Lion is just a major
Metawhirl has proven that he is not a Nintendo.
Well, yeah, because he plays Lost. He plays Shadow of the Colossus.
But yeah,
That's an honorary Nintendo game.
for anyone who's interested, Northern
Done.
Lion is just a YouTuber who does a lot of indie games. He kind of got famous off Super Meat Boy and
Binding of
Terraria.
Isaac. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually got popular off those two, but Binding of Isaac is like his biggest career. But if you're really interested in indie games, I suggest going to him. Plus, he plays a lot of Dark Souls live streams a lot lately, where he just goes in and invades people with like no clothes and just throws poop at them. And then tries to, he throws poop at them so he could toxic them, but he ends up toxicing himself. So it's kind of a pretty good series. Go check him out.
Yeah, so enough of that. What else is there to talk about?
I
We
don't
didn't
know
get any mailbag.
I don't know the cutest.
Why don't you give us any mailbag? You keep on forgetting to send them the mailbag.
Oh wait, I know what we can talk about. We can talk about how Michael actually has a competitive team, and we don't have competitive teams.
Oh,
What do you mean? I still have a competitive team.
Have you ever ran it?
Yes, I've actually ran the Sandstorm
I made a
team for
water
while.
gym
When?
leader team.
How recently?
Last AX.
He's been doing it
Oh, recently?
Like
Then-
just
then there
last
was-
week.
Oh, last week. Yeah, I haven't been playing with my.
Exactly.
I know.
I need to play with that team again because it's so much fucking fun.
If you're talking about the water gym team I made,
No,
'cause
I'm
I
talking
made,
about
like,
the
a
team
ball-
with the Brelum and all that.
Oh yeah.
Brelum
So,
and
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that I helped you fix up by extension.
so
Did you? How did you help him by extension?
Don't you remember the whole thing where getting that shit on his team?
No.
Or was that a different team?
No, this is.
No,
Dude,
this
that
is-
was like years ago. That was like the first time we went here and
No.
you smelled bad.
No,
and had
no,
a
no, no, not
chandelier.
actually putting the Pokemon on.
No.
The suggestion.
I've never asked any movesets for Breloom, so.
No, not Breloom, the other guy, Toxicroak.
Oh yeah, I told you about his Toxic Rogue.
Oh yeah, I haven't run that yet.
Yeah.
I've just been too lazy. But
Yeah.
basically it was a rain team because that's just what I do. But Keldeo is a beast in rain.
Of course.
The fact that it can practically two-shot a Latios with Hydro Pump is amazingly scary.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know how like a lot of cartoons and video games are like, water is kind of a weak ability. If you ever were to get shot by a Hydro Pump from Keldeo, it's like be like those cartoon things
Yeah.
where like you see like them get hit by like a bowling ball or a cannon and just like and you see like a hole in their stomach. That's exactly what I picture with what Keldeo would do to
Yeah.
you, except your body would just like
Explode.
yeah. It's scary. I don't even know.
It inflates you when you pop like a balloon.
If you could get to a point where Dragon's like, oh man, I'm actually in critical condition from all this water, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, and now imagine if you had just used that icy wind on it.
Yeah, so it's a really good team. It also has.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have Breloom, which I found out for the first time. Breloom is really amazing.
Told you.
I always knew. I still have this thing where I was just like, I really don't want to run the same set as you do unless I really have to.
Yeah.
So this line is like, okay, I'll run it because I really need something more physically offensive. And it's great because it does the damage and the Spore is great. Because if it can't do anything with Mach Punch, I can essentially bring my Adamant Dragonite in and set up one Dragon down.
Adamant Dragonite? Why Adamant?
One Adamant Dragonite in the rain will take out a physically defensive Gliscor with one Aqua Tail. People say, why do you run Aqua Tail? Because it one hits a Gliscor.
No. I was gonna say, why are you running the physical build instead of the special build?
Well, I don't know. People actually got that recently. Someone told me we read the special build. But I said, the only reason I'm doing that is because...
Mach speed?
No, that too.
Extreme speed?
But also because I think Keldeo does enough special attack damage on its own.
Because, no, it's just, I love the synergy that Dragonite has with the rain. Just because you get Twister... You get Twister, not Twister. You get Hurricane.
I was
you
like,
get Hurricane. You get Hurricane. You get Thunder. You get Dragon Pulse, and then you get either Flamethrower, Ice Beam, or Surf, whichever one you want to throw in there for coverage.
It's really good special attack. I just think Keldeo and Modest Jolteon is enough to sweep on the special side.
Okay, you're using Modest Jolteon. Okay.
Yeah, and you're also using Timid. Was it Timid or?
It's Timid Keldeo.
No, Timid Polytoad.
Yeah, actually, I am running.
Have you tried a more defense?
I've been running Specs Timid Polytoad because no one ever expects the Specs Hydro Pump. I'm like, it sets its own rain, and actually Specs Hydro Pump.
Have you tried the Parasong builds?
No, I haven't, but I find it hilarious because it has Encore on it. So when they think I'm going to use Hydro Pump and they try to set up, I'm like, oh, Encore! And then just like switch out and then proceed to outrage.
Yeah. No. I love tossing Parasong on it just because, like, Parasong. And then they either switch out there, or you sit there ice beaming them in the butt until they switch out, and you don't switch out till the last turn. And it's even greater because if they ever get to one Pokemon, you still have that Polytoad.
Parasong is really good.
Are you running Uncle Chewy on there?
Uncle Chewy. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I've tried that, but I think that's on a lower tier.
Okay.
Yeah, Uncle Chewy. Yeah, because Uncle Chewy.
Uncle Chewy, for those of you that don't know, it's a magical. Have we brought up Uncle Chewy?
Yes, we have brought up Uncle Chewy before.
All right, but for those of you who don't know, Uncle Chewy is a Ludicolo set that I made up that was kind of great in Ubers, and then I've been using it just here and there.
Think about it. It's like the way that we set up that team. Let's see, 2 special sweepers. You had technically, then you had the wall that was Polytoad.
And we had
wall that was Chewy.
Just to let anyone know,
physical Toxicroak, and what was the last thing? Oh yeah, physical Donphan.
Yeah.
You need to switch that up for something else.
If you want to
Everybody
run,
loves Donphan.
if you want to run a Swift Swim Modest Kingdra and you want it to work, best advice is to use a Lantern with max HP and Damp Rock, because you can Volt Switch last and have Kingdra come in safely.
What? Damp Rock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. We're kind of getting a little long right now, and I guess this will be it for today. Thank you for Michael for showing up once again.
I come with the tide.
Yeah.
And I will take you out with the tide.
It's actually funny because this is episode 9, so it's the last episode of the Water Evolution Starter Guy.
So I guess I gotta pull out with the tide now.
I guess we gotta go put this podcast ship into boot or whatever. All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.